Alright guys, so it should come as no surprise, but it did. We never intended our week to turn out the way it did, which it usually works out that way for us. We went from monsoon, big rainy storms and thunderstorms, washed out roads, to an emergency trip to the ER, guys.
And then something that we never even expected, News Nation reached out to us through our email.
Under that wide open Arkansas sky.
Hey everyone, welcome to It's All Grady. I'm Denise.
And I'm Marcel.
Welcome to our homestead.
Yeah, welcome to our homestead. If you don't already know, we're a couple that gave it up, our big city life, for a homestead in rural America.
And part of this journey that we're on is building our house.
Absolutely correct. We are building our dream house. And if we're not building our dream house, guys, we're building a farm, a homestead. We're building a whole new life.
So previously on It's All Grady.
Yeah, if you don't already know, in our last video, guys, what did we do? There was an escape convict. I can't say in the very beginning, he has really bad crimes and he's still on the loose today. All right, breaking news out of Calico Rock, Arkansas, guys, where authorities are conducting an intense manhunt for a former police chief who escaped prison on Sunday. State and federal law enforcement agencies have joined forces to locate and apprehend this escapee. Residents are urged to remain vigilant, secure your properties, and report any suspicious activity immediately. Law enforcement officials emphasize that the suspect is considered dangerous and should not be approached under any circumstances.
And on our last project, you guys, we did some work on our windows.
We certainly did, because they were leaking like the Titanic, guys. And we have had monsoon after monsoon since we did those repairs.
And we wanted to update you with some great news. We're excited that we have no more water coming in.
Exactly. And the only reason it was leaking is because it's unfinished, which it's a very slow process because we're just the two of us, right, building this big house. All right, guys, so it should come as no surprise, but it did. We never intended our week to turn out the way it did, which it usually works out that way for us. We went from big storms, huge storms, major flooding. We washed out our road, guys, to emergency trip to urgent care.
Like a beast unleashed, tears through homes it was meant to feed. Timber snap broken like discarded sticks. Memories float in the rancid mix. Floodwater rising, burying dreams. Littered scraps of life ripped at the seams. Washed away to nowhere, just debris. Ain't no one left to remember me. Walls crumble, drowned in angry tides. Every prayer lost where the river collides. Eyes to the gray sky, clouds won't part. Cursing the flood for tearing my heart.
Alright, you guys, this is not how we want to spend our afternoon, but we have to go to the urgent care.
Not because of a fall this time, but an emergency nonetheless. It's raining. We're in the middle of a storm big enough that they're very concerned about floods. We probably shouldn't be out here. The only reason we are is because nothing else is open, and the local doctors are not likely to be open tomorrow either. So we reached out and we were instructed that things look severe enough, you better come in and be seen. So we are off to see the emergency room, guys.
So this started with a bug bite that got serious fast. My legs swelled up so bad, we knew we couldn't wait it out at home. Our roads were a mess from the rain, but Marcel got me there safe. The doc said it was a good thing we came in when we did. And then something that we never even expected, News Nation reached out to us through our email.
They certainly did. It was because of the video that we had posted. They reached out to us and asked if we would perform an interview with them. What was that about, guys? It was about that crazy escape, the ex-cop that escaped, and he's still on the large today.
The entire county is on edge, and we want to bring in a couple who lives in this area, Denise and Marcel Grady. Thank you very much for joining us today to help us, get our mind around this terrain and what you guys are dealing with.
Who knows? Is he in our community? Is he far away? Nobody knows. So we all still on edge.
This is life on the homestead. It never slows down.
But this week reminded us how important it is for us to stay rooted.
Back on the homestead, Marcel discovered our laundry hose was leaking. We have no idea how long it had been going.
Well, I will say, it's been a long time. It's been a long time, guys, since I've had to deal with this problem. I'm actually surprised that it's a problem today. I shouldn't be, but I am. Usually this is a problem that we have in the winter time, but we have it today. Luckily, I happened to decide I was going to go do some other things and happened to hear a strange noise in the woods. And that strange noise could have been going on for days now, guys. You feel me? That costs us money. This is going to cost me time. And it's one of the things that I hate to have to do. You feel me? So I'm just going to tell you. I have a section of my wonderful garden hose plumbing system that has malfunctioned. And it malfunctioned on the heavy duty hose, and those hoses are not very easy to fix. As a matter of fact, I don't even like those hoses, guys. They're garbage. It's just a little teeny hose inside a thin rubber hose inside of another hose, and it's crap. Now it's raining. Hopefully I can get this done before it gets too bad. If not, guys, I might have to switch cameras out. I'll post you guys up right here. You feel me? So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me while I do this. All right, let's see if we can get this separated without too much hassle. Everything I got, guys, is rusty. Turns out I'm gonna need another one of those wrenches. So let's run back up and see if we can't find one. Maybe we can find one that works a little better than that one. Still a nice morning. Let you guys in on a little secret here. I'm dropping stuff. That's not the secret. Secret is I'm on a diet. Because I'm just getting so freaking fat, man. And unhealthy, and my stuff hurts. Everything hurts. I'm tired of it. It's our food system. Everything has got more and more and more of this stuff in it that you're safe to have a little bit, but when you put them all together, it's not safe no more. So we trying to remedy some of that. Yeah, so we trying to cut some of that stuff out. We did a starvation diet a year or two ago, and it worked out really well. Your body's supposed to heal itself, and when it doesn't, something's going on. And the best place to start is what you're ingesting. So right now, we are doing what I think is called intermittent fasting. Something like that, guys. Where you just don't eat for a long time, but you eat every day, but just for a small window. And we're cutting out like almost all the carbs again, which is pretty much cutting out all the happiness. You feel me? Deliciousness and carbs. Happiness. So I feel very unfulfilled as far as that is concerned. But just in the last couple of days, guys, I've lost almost 5 pounds. That's crazy. That's just cutting out the garbage. So thanks, but no thanks, food. And we found a wrench. All right, let's see what we got going on here, guys. Crows are in the house. In case you were unaware, that is a murder of crows. Meow, 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 meow. All right, guys, check it out. Bama Lama. What a weird break that is for summertime. You know what I mean? That right there is a problem. What I may try to do is just remove just this piece. I'm going to try. and then put a new clamp on that. Hopefully that will work, because what ends up happening is if I pull this out, our next one might not fit in very well, then I got to cut it, then the battle begins. So let's just see what we can do before it gets too rainy. There it is, guys. It's just a pressure fit on there. You know what I mean? By the manufacturer. And then everything pops out. So we're going to give this a try. There's no guarantees that this is going to work. I do have replacement repair pieces for stuff like this, but I'll just tell you that they don't work on these hoses very well, because it's like a garden hose inside of a garden hose, and they're not as tough as they claim to be. I bought one brand new, drove over it with my tractor tire, and kaput. And that was before it even had water in it. I came down with none of the fix-me-up parts, guys. Let's go find some fix-me-up parts together. You know what I mean? The reason I was telling you about our fasting is because I'm hungrier than a hostage. I can't eat until like afternoon sometime. We've been failing a little bit. It's supposed to be a small window of eat time, 6 hours from noon to 6. And then the rest of the time you slowly fade away. Yeah, but hopefully it will make this process rapid. That's what we're looking for. And then we can go from there. Try to bring back some of that happiness. And maybe I should try to figure out why food is bringing me so much happiness. You know what I mean? Why do I feel like I'm losing something? I ain't losing nothing. Weight, that's not bad. We're gonna try one of these clamps first, because they come apart. And if that doesn't work, then we'll go to these. I just got to take them apart. Let's go ahead and we'll just bring one of these too, guys, just in case I have to take that other one off. I'm hoping I don't. Problem is, it was already leaking. So we'll see. Not going to be a hard project for a rainy day. You feel me? It's a rainy day. I want to do laundry. You know, catch up on some of the less glamorous stuff. But you still got to do it, guys. I mean, this is life. Unless you rich, you know what I mean? Or somebody with lots of money. I do have a friend named Rich, so when I say, are you rich? I think about my friend. I think he's a sheriff now. How about that? Crazy days. Alright guys, let's see. Before we get too cray-cray, let's see if this bad mammer jammer will even fit. The problem with this one before, guys, is it doesn't fit very well on this fat hose. It's designed for a standard hose, a regular one. And that's what all of those repair kits at the Creep sell. All of them are this. But let's see if we can make it happen, Captain. I just don't think it's going to happen, my friend. So, seeds in your garden will grow. Man, how backwards can I get, guys? I thought I was going to use the Phillips head, so I brought my Phillips head screwdriver. Guess what I don't have? A Phillips head screwdriver. Come on now. That's what the help is good for, you know what I mean? I think I'm going to try to back this out and then put it back on without taking that fitting out, because that fitting's already set pretty good on a lot of it. So you can take these hose clamps apart. I don't really recommend it if you can avoid it, but you can. And then try to get it back together. What I'm going to do, I guess, is go get the proper screwdriver, guys. Dang it. I'm going to lose weight in no time this way. Maybe I should just break more hoses. We'll just go get everything one piece at a time and go up and down the hill, you know, like somebody who doesn't have anything else to do. Starting to rain a little faster. Hopefully we can get this, guys. We got the secret tool this time. I'm pretty sure we got it. I'd cross my fingers, but I'm going to need them to work a wrench. So this is a good time for you guys to help me out if you have it in you. If you, like me, you got arthritis in your fingers and crossing them just isn't. You save those crossings for real special occasions. Maybe not for me to get my hose fixed. You know what I mean? But if you got good fingers, cross them for me right now. I'll tell you, one of the worst parts about being out here in the woods working, guys, is the ticks. They ticking me off. That's the sound of a storm, guys. It's trying to race up on me right now. You'll never sink this ship. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. If you can, you know what I mean? A ratchet works on these things way better than a screwdriver, man. If you already know, then you already know. Sometimes, man, you just bang your fingers up with a flat tip screwdriver trying to... There it is. Let's see if we can... Please fix my hose. Getting right there now, guys. Now we just want to make sure we ain't screwing it down on the wrong part, man. Sweet home Bama. That's right. Guys, I say we give it a shot, man. There's only one way to tell. It's likely that fixed it. Let's pull a little hose up here and give her a whirl here. Let's see. I know it's not as fun watching me bend over. I'm working on that. Looks painful when I do it, I'll bet. Look at that fat son of a... That's right. I'm working on it, baby. You gotta work it. All them jokes I made, guys. All them jokes I made. And then here I am. I can eat anything. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Now all I can eat is eggs. All day. Alright, guys. Enough of the crying about my eggs. Let's go turn this water on and see if we fixed it. Because the rain's starting to pick up. I remember when we first moved here, guys. I was so scared to walk in the woods. Just trample through the woods. Because the alligators. You know all them alligator stories that you hear in the Ozark Mountains. That and the copperheads and the rattlesnakes and the cottonmouths. And on our property, the baby deer. We seen like 9 turkeys the other day. Right down there by the chickens. They thought they was related or something. I don't know. Still got your fingers crossed, guys? I want you to think about this. What if I asked you to hold your breath? How many of us would be awake right now? Let's check it out, guys. You ready? Sweet. All right, guys, let's get out of this rain before we get wet and I ruin a $500 camera. Baby Cakes will not be okay with that. It's one thing, guys, it's one thing to like damage things that are easy to replace or you don't use very often, but I've already broke a camera. If I was gonna break one though, I wish this one wasn't so expensive because I might consider it because the thing is so hard to use, man. You got the gimbal, so it wants to hold itself straight. So when I try to tip you because it's a better view, no, it says no. Yay! Let's get some of this stuff picked up too. All right, guys, maybe I'm paranoid, maybe I'm not, but I'll tell you that to me that looks like a drone blade. And it just all of a sudden showed up here. So I'm gonna be watching for drones flying around. It might not be, it could be to something else, but it looks like what it looks like.
The animals still need care no matter what's going on. Rain or shine, sick or not, we show up for them.
She's so cute.
Look at all the berries are coming out.
Yeah, I've been seeing them for a while. We need to come out and neem oil some of our trees. Maybe all of them, I don't know. That doesn't look like bug damage though. That looks like something else happened in it. It makes me wonder if it's genetics in that tree, because it's all just right there on those branches. Just all of a sudden, it started at the very top, just a couple of dead leaves, and then bam, like it's got some disease or something. None of the other trees have it. Grown in the same exact spot. I'm starting to wonder. Check it out, baby. The grapes that don't never produce grapes. Baby blackberries growing. And a wild caught extension cord running through the berry patch.
It's moments like these that remind us why we live the way we do. It's not just about self-sufficiency, it's about being close to each other, about building a life we can trust.
It was a little surreal being on the news, but the story isn't about us. It's about keeping our community safe. And it's also about documenting our journey and sharing it with you as it happens in real time. So Grant Harden is a convicted life taker and woman violator. Yeah, I have to say it that way, guys, because we're on YouTube, and YouTube does strike you if you say certain words. So we're going to dance around those ones, yeah? He escaped from prison right here, close, very close to us. We are in Izard County. We are not very far from where he escaped. And he's loose in our community. He may already be on further, but they haven't found him yet. So it's also very likely that he's still here.
So we did want to inform you guys that they do have a documentary out on this individual.
Yeah, he is not just your average everyday crook or criminal. He was a cop and a prison guard and a lot of other things, authoritarian positions. You feel me? And he was also a crook and a criminal. And they labeled this guy the devil of the Ozarks for good reason. That's because this man's dangerous. We're just praying that they catch him soon. So for all of you that are following our journey and the ones that are dedicated on this journey with us, we thank you. We thank you for being part of this journey. It's not always pretty, guys, and we admit to that. It's not always peaceful, even though that's what we seek. But it's ours, and we're proud of it. We'll keep you guys updated as the search continues in our area, and just know that we are still taking our precautions very seriously. We realize that it's just us two out here and our 70 to 100 chickens and some dogs, and who knows what else is living in the woods, but we are taking safety seriously for all of us.
And for all of our neighbors, you guys, we are thinking about you. We're praying for you. We're praying for safety for our community. And just know that you're in our thoughts.
Yeah, all right.
All right, you guys, we're going to wrap this one up for now. We still got a heck of a week ahead of us.
I'm going to give you a little spoiler. They liked our interview enough to possibly bring us back. And if we do, guys, we want you to come hang out with us. Check it out. It helps support us, obviously. We like that. But it also helps to extend the information. It helps people get that information when we all pushing it at the same time. You feel me?
Yeah.
And if you guys haven't seen our little interview, it was with News Nation with Laura Ingle, and it was, when was it? Yesterday? So it was Thursday. Yeah? All right.
We did put it on a community post if you guys are interested in watching it. But for now, you guys, we're going to wrap it up.
And guys, I don't want to minimize this part because it is important that we take this serious as well. It's not just the escaped crook that's running around who knows where. It's about us being out here trying to navigate this life that we're trying to build for ourselves. And when we were down the hill working on the panel just a few short days ago, Denise got bit by what we believe to be a wolf spider. She was able to take a picture of it and they said, "Get in here! Before you lose something, please come in." And we did. And we don't know, it could have been a tick. They're treating her for potential tick fever. Yeah. And the bite, and it seems to be clearing up. However, it is going to put a damper on us for a minute, guys, because we also need to take the likelihood of a tick bite infection seriously. And the medicine that you take with that, guys, makes it so you can't really be out in the sun. And guess what happened? The rain cleared, baby. That's how it works for us. The rain cleared up, the sun is out, and now we gotta find SPF 1 Brazilian because baby cakes can't have no sunshine until the rain is gone. Ain't no sunshine. You know what I'm saying, guys? Now we got 14 days minus a few. Yeah? Counting down. It's the final countdown. Ba-da-doo-boo. Hopefully we don't get copyright for that because it's almost exactly like the radio.
Yeah. You guys, what a heck of a week it's been. And we are so grateful that you're on this journey with us.
Yeah.
It is
Pretty freaking awesome, man.
different this year. This year has been,
It's hitting different.
it's hitting different.
It's hitting different. You know what? When you don't try to force things and you just pretty much go with, I don't want to say go with the flow in the sense that you're just going with the flow of what's usual. We're just not trying to force things. So where it goes, nobody knows. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
journey, baby.
That's what a journey's all about. There is no destination. All right, we got to close this one up.
All right, you guys, if you are enjoying our content, please be sure to give us a big thumbs up.
Bam, I tuned my guitar.
Ring that notification bell.
Heck yeah, guys, when you do that, they're going to notify you when our content of it is available for viewing, and I tuned the banjo.
Be sure to share our videos.
That's right, guys. When you do that, you help to extend our reach, and maybe one day I can afford an amp.
Subscribe if you haven't already.
All right, guys, I'm no Joe Walsh, but if you subscribe right now, I know that I will get better at something. It may not be the guitar.
We love and appreciate you.
Thanks for watching, guys.
We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Peace. Be safe, everyone.
That's right, man. Not wearing my 15-gallon hat no more because I'm not going to be accepted to the circuit. Turns out you got to be in a different kind of shape. I'm in a round shape, and I need to be more chiseled. You know what I mean?